Salute and thank you, NERDSoul.
All right, you lucky folks. Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta hold it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go because we back. All right, we got more anime talk for y'all. Oh, y'all thought y'all was just getting the premiere, that little preview ticket. But we said we got some more. We got some anime to talk about. We got some stuff to close out. We got some stuff to continue on. We got to get it off our chest. And when I say that, oh no, we ain't alone. We got Coop of Blurtish, the #1 representative from Baton Rougean streets. What's up?
What's up, y'all? Of course, you can hear this on Blurtish on several different platforms, and we're going to get ready to close out the summer anime season.
Aww. Well, what you want to talk out first since you talk about we closing it out?
You know what? Since I don't know what market, I'm gonna go weird. Let's go Oshinoko.
Alright, Oshinoko. Alright, Oshinoko.
Man. First of all, speaking of closing things out, you know what? Being first when we was looking into this season, I was wondering, is the summer gonna be worthwhile? Because spring was legendary. I don't know how.
Fire.
I'll say this for us who don't care about isekai, other stuff. A lot of genres. Spring was legendary because
spring was flit AIDS.
It had a lot of shonen. Not that we were just shonen, but it had a lot of thinking man shonen. A lot of little bit different spins on things and other stuff. This summer, we didn't have much, but we had quality. Oshinoko is one of those things that it has grabbed me and it won't let me go. It's a drama. Y'all can hear previous times when I talked about it. So I'm going to jump right into where we at. So, of course, the play is done. Aqua think he's fine. His sister and bandmates or pop idol mates, if you will, they're going back to the place where they were born at in their reincarnated forms. And the place where he died also. And it's also the place where he grew up. This is the first story where we learn about Aqua's previous life and how crappy it was anyway. Like, Aqua's just got a cloud of darkness on him. Basically, when he was born in his previous life, his mother died from giving birth for him, right? So he never met his mom. So he done lost 2 moms. In the previous life and in the reincarnated life. So this is why Aqua is just a ball of if he find out the dad and whatever happened, he's gonna have to do it. He gonna kill somebody. Like, it's just, he's been wanting to take this out for 2 lifetimes now. So because his death happened 17 years ago. So while he's on the fake, the date, I ain't gonna say fake date, the date with his current work girlfriend, I should say, but good friend, the girl who really understands some things, but I don't know if that's the one he winds up with, but she already know some of his motivations, whether how serious she take him or not, but she doesn't know he's reincarnated. So he's like, hey, I just want to go do some things, see something, while his sister and the other girl who loves him, who's in the group with his sister, they're shooting music videos because they had to put some work in, and this has like a lot of scenery. So he's going to the old hospital. He's like, yeah, I guess some of my old, employees or, co-workers wouldn't be there. It's been 17 years. So, staff change over. So he just like checked to see if he could find if his body was alive or if there was another him that was there and he didn't find the body. He actually looked down where he fell. So cool. He's like, he went to the house where he grew up, and that's where he starts monologuing about the death of his mom and his grandma. He loved his grandparents, but his granddad kind of resented him because of the death. So he didn't have a good.
Oh snap! What?
Yeah, he didn't. He said, I did not have a good relationship with my grandpa, but his grandma loved him. But she also, like, when he wanted to become like I guess you could say a lady doctor. I don't know the name of it. I can say a lady doctor, but a doctor who specialized in, women
Is
health,
it the
Oster
uh,
something.
is it no, not gynecologist, right?
Not a
Ladies, help
gotcha,
us
or
out.
maybe it was
Ladies,
another
help us
name.
out. Y'all know what y'all
Or
be doing.
he called it Oster something. So it's dealing with women. Um, so it's a specialist. He said he wanted to be a surgeon, but he felt like he knew that would please his grandma, and she was like, "Oh, you want to do that because of you're motivated of how your mom died and such." It's just like, so man, he's just like he never felt free per se. Um, so that's just like his past is not a good one. But the only thing that
All
that
right.
was good from his past, his now reincarnated sister, when he also reminisced about when he would take her, push her around in her wheelchair because she was a dying cancer patient, and they both kind of died at the same time, and that's how they bonded over their love over I, who became their mother. So that was another kind of touching moment. So we move to Ruby. She starts reminiscing about how she actually was in love with her now brother when she was younger, because she like senpai would make her feel great, and that's what she wanted to just he gave her the will to live and all that yada yada, and she wanted wish she can find him. So she goes on her own little thing and stuff, but unfortunately it gets a little bit darker for Ruby this time. She actually found the body of senpai, her brother now, and of course his body is a skeleton, and she knew that was him because he had a keychain that she gave him before she passed of their mom, their now deceased
Yeah.
mom in his life. So, and that was what the only person she liked.
So where did
and
she find the body at? If he didn't buy
it was
find
some weird cave or something, or like burrow of crows. The crows are symbolic, of course. Crows in general, they carry your spirit. That's the myth, especially in Japan. So it's like some crow had like stole something for her, so she was chasing after the bird, and then the crow, I think, can talk, like, or it's like a little symbolic of some little girl, and she was like, it's kind of messed up that they went through this, blah blah blah. So the bird obviously wanted her to find that body, whether how deep we go into that from the bird's point of view, but it was just like she saw the body and she realized that the person that she really had these emotional feelings, like they have stars in their eye, you can see the star die in her eye, and that's how we kind of end this season. It's like with Ruby. So Ruby's innocence is now lost, and now she's probably on the same plane with her brother, even though her brother is like kind of cool. So now Ruby's down. Maybe, but we know Aqua ain't gonna stay up. So I don't know if they're about to realize that they are who they are next season. Probably so, and how that goes. But the dad is alive. He's out there, as we saw in the previous episode. So the madness of Oshinoko, man, I love it.
Yeah, that's just sad.
It's a lot of sadness, a lot of weirdness going on, a lot of pain and suffering. Because I didn't think Ruby was gonna have to suffer like that. I don't know why they did that to Ruby, but I guess she's a twin. She is Aqua's twin sister, and they both suffered from that. But she wanted to live, to become an idol, to honor her mom, and then also to show, her doctor, who is now her brother, reincarnated brother, what she become. So some happiness, but they take it right away. They take it right.
Yeah, no, you ain't lying on that one.
They give you them highs, they give you them lows.
Because in the beginning of the show where they had their little movie, and you'd be like, "Oh man, it's kind of cool. I kind of like, kind of dig this. This is alright." And then all of a sudden, boom, dead.
And then it kicks it off what the show's really about. I ain't gonna lie, the Oshinoko movie had a lot of people fooled. Like, oh, what is it? Because like, if you didn't read it or know, it's like, oh, this is kind of, it was kind of fun. I'm like, oh man, these two people found each other in this reincarnated life, and she's alive.
Yeah, because even I forgot about the mom dying, because I'm like, it had been the movie so long, you don't even be thinking about that.
And then time skip, and it's like, oh, he's miserable. and he wants to kill somebody and and get revenge. And will his sister know? And will this know? And then we got to deal with the evils of the entertainment world, and maybe some of the highs of the entertainment world. So I feel like they're, I don't know if they scratching the surface or we're well in the middle of the series, but either way, Oshino come back. Whenever he comes back, I'm there, man. They got me. I'm there. Finish the story. Don't pull me in and don't finish it. Don't make me have to go read this.
Don't make me have to go read this.
Like, don't make me have to read this. I want this animated. Finish it. Unless you have JC staff do it, then no. Then I will read it. Like, don't take away that beautiful animation for this.
Oh boy. I you know what? Props for that. Cause that show does come through. I'll give it to that show. This show does come through. Now, we gotta throw it to, man, a show that had me cheering, man. Had me excited. Man, I gotta give it up to My Hero, man. My Hero Academia. Look, My Hero, they made me cheer, man. They made me jump up out my seat. Let me tell you something. Let me look. Todoroki, all right. All right. Peep this. What is it? Ida and Shoto.
Yeah.
They teamed up to make like the transaction speed or something like that, whatever they called it, and it was straight flames. Then we get, bruh, All Might about to boss up, bruh. Come on.
So I'm glad you
Like,
mentioned that.
This whole, bruh, this, look,
About All
My
Might.
Hero, they know how to pay off their people. You know what I'm saying? They know how to pay off their fans.
I didn't want to say nothing about it last week, but yeah, I love that they put it in a briefcase. It's supposed to be, maybe, I don't know which character made it, but All Might can still fight. Just how he fights just might be through
I'm assuming it's like an Iron Man outfit or something.
But the fact that this creator gets superhero the American touch of superheroes so much.
Well, I mean,
and he's so inspired by it.
The creator is on record saying how My Hero is inspired by like Marvel comics and stuff like that.
I'm saying I just love that he knows when to drop for that drop to put it in there, and just to be like, hey, you know what? I'm still a hero. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I am going to give it my all. And All Might is that
All
guy.
Might was like, look, before you look, because they were like, there's no one out there. All Might was like, and nah. There's one
Might
more left.
Jumped on that mic. He said, y'all got this. Y'all heroes. I know you can do it. That was touching. I was like, yeah, this is the moment for Shoto.
Man, Shoto, because I've said many times, honestly, Shoto is my favorite character, and like, I don't think people are really noticing how powerful the dude can create matter from nothing. He creates fire and ice from nothing. Like, that's a huge deal.
I mean, he pretty much
that's like, that would make him an Omega level mutant.
He creates from I don't know what the science word, but from the physical standpoint of how hot and cold a glacier can be, or a blazing hot inferno, like, and can combine the two. So in a way, he's like I ain't gonna say a nuclear reaction, a cold fusion, but he's something like that.
Shoto is my favorite character, man.
Yeah, man. Just, I love that when they start showing where he's writing to his mom, and he's like, Mom, I'm trying to fit in. I want to learn how to relate to other people, and and this is why Todoroki is one of my favorite people. Like, I know I harp on Endeavor, rightfully so, because a lot of stuff was stolen for Todoroki.
Yeah.
To be a normal kid, to have his feeling and touch of his mom, because his mom went, I had a mental breakdown because of the situation with Dabi and with Endeavor, and Endeavor throwing away his children away who did not become Todoroki. And this family suffered so much, and I love that they didn't soft shoe Dabi. I'm glad
Nope.
Dabi didn't change like he wasn't supposed to. I'm glad they didn't pull a Naruto. I'm glad people aren't pulling Naruto's. Like Dabi
But
is hate.
honestly, I would have allowed not a full Naruto change, but I would have allowed maybe him doing some more crying and maybe having a line somewhere along the lines of like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of hating you so much, kind of thing. Like I
I
would have
abs-
allowed that.
I
Maybe not like I
absolutely
love you, Dad, but I could understand being like this, holding this inside me, holding this hatred
actually
is tiring. Like it's tired. It's worn me. Look at my body. It's worn me out.
I
I'm done. I
somewhat
can't hate you anymore.
disagree because that hatred is what made him stay alive. Like he held on to it so hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would have sounded great for family purposes. We're family men, but I think that would have been a disservice to the character because he was so hate filled that he needed to prove I'm better. I'm as good as what you thought I wasn't, and that I'm gonna tear my body up. But I think in his own sick way, he did love them, but he
Yeah.
needed to show it. He just couldn't say it like, I hate you all. I hope you die. And I don't know if he was on autopilot by then, but I feel like he was also when he like man, it's my mom, like mom, without saying it, he was in pain. Like this
And
is a man
with
suffering.
Endeavor on some like I'm not gonna let you die alone kind of stuff. I'm like, yo, this is
Which
I'm like,
is
this is a side story that is actually like a main story in anyone else's anime. Like this is like anywhere else, this is a main story.
yeah, this will be a main story.
A
This will
family that's this messed up where the father has done this to all and it's created a super villain. This is a literal main story
And
for
it
anyone else.
finally gave me a little bit a smidge of respect for Endeavor for saying, look, like you got the, and I wonder if they was gonna do it, and I don't know how they always do it. Like they answer the questions of like, is this bomb gonna kill several people? And then they explain like, oh, this can kill everybody. And like
Yeah, they
not
said
only
5
that,
kilometers.
and it was like, and the school was coming towards it. There's like, did Dabi know? Is this just coincidence? Either way, we're screwed. They're like, this is the worst possible situation for
But
what
when
we
the
got
chips
going
are,
on now.
and like you said about the creator, when the chips were down, like the directors, the animators, the chips are down. You got All Might on the line. Like they're like,
All
you got
Might
the
on the
military
line,
people
man.
like, oh my God, we in trouble. All Might
They
gets
was
on the
losing.
line. Then you got Ida throw his mask on Shoto, and he says the rain has cooled down my legs. They're here to guide the ones who have lost their way. I can go faster. Man, look, he said I can still run. I was like, bruh, I stood up. I was like, let's
And
go.
It
Let's
closes,
go, baby.
It closes
Come
out
on.
the whole situation closes out the Stain arc
Yeah.
somewhat and Ida's arc.
Because Stain was like, he looked like respect. You know what I'm saying? He was like,
Stain,
aight.
like, I'm glad I did. Stain, he wouldn't kill real heroes because he thought everybody was fake. And he was like really taking it out on Ida. He's learned to respect Ida. He's like, okay, if you're going to do it, this is how you do it. That's why I respect All Might. He said that's why the only hero that can kill him is All Might. Because out of admiration and respect, because Stain originally wanted to be a hero. But he had that weird quirk and, society looked down on him. But to see Stain, first of all, the new fit looked dope. He just happened to see them. And then when Ida said, I couldn't run no more, he's like, thank you, and he thanked him. He's like, because of you, I could be the hero I can be. And that's a callback all the way to the Stain arc when Ida was about to snap because his brother almost got killed. And Ida just, the squarest of the square, but he was about to be almost a villain. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And to see him still acknowledge, like, man, thank you, Shoto. I got to give this back to you. Now you save your family because you helped me save mine.
homie was like top speed. Man, look, yo, this this show knows how to pay you off. It
Yes.
knows how to pay off those moments. And then you get the only thing, once again, the only thing I'm mad about is like this episode wasn't an extra hour longer because I was like, hold up. I was like, hold up, that's it. Y'all gonna leave a brother hanging like that? Yeah,
Yeah, you go get it in 6 more episodes.
that brother gonna leave me hanging. Man, when he took out that briefcase, I was like, oh snap. Because we see him flying, we see All For One flying in the distance, and you got that lone soldier, All Might stand. He like, look. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do all I got to do. You know what I'm saying? He said, you won't be able to ignore me. Bruh, come on now. You know it's about to go down.
And it's like his suitcase and his car is transforming. And
Yeah.
we wonder
So I'm
about
like,
it. It was
is he
like,
about to go like mech mode? Like, what is about?
man, he's
Like,
about to
I'm feeling it's got to be like some Hulk Buster armor or something like that.
it's gonna probably be a Hulk Buster version of himself when he's in muscle mode.
This is one thing that I love about this show and I hate about this show because they know the perfect timing. The car like transforms, the briefcase transforms, and he says, I am here. And then it's like commercial break.
And you won't see it till when they ready to show it.
You're like, commercial. But we'll be right back after these messages. I was like, man, y'all ain't
In
worth
fact,
5 cents.
I am searching right now. I'm typing in All Might armor.
Man, don't do that. Don't spoil yourself, man. Go just wait.
I mean, it's for me. It ain't no spoiling for me. So, it's what I thought it was gonna be. So, we pretty much.
All right, we got Spoil King over here. I forgot.
I mean, it's not spoiled, but y'all see the transform.
Speaking of dope stuff, Endeavor creating a hand out of fire. I was like, hold up, what? You could do that? Like, this also figuring out cool ways to manipulate your powers is something that this show does very well, and kudos to that because he did it and they didn't make a big deal out of it. He just did it and just kept it moving. And I was like, hold up, what? Like, so what can't you do? But, to see the whole family come together to try to cool him down, which is also another metaphor about cooling down the situation, calming him down, coming together to try to bring their family back together to like kind of calm the situation. Bruh, but then when Shoto, Ida was like, I can't go no more. And Shoto was like, I can do it. I can make it the rest of the way. Thank you, Ida. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it from here. Bruh, come on. Man, this show is too good, bruh. This show is too good.
And just
like, this show is just too good.
A little note on the suit, and I'm going to leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
All Might's car is named Hercules. So it is connected to this. They connect together.
Oh boy,
so
spoil man. He couldn't let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, y'all saw the y'all already saw it. If y'all saw it, spoilers. Y'all saw it transforming. His car is named Hercules. And it's attached to his suit. So, I'm gonna leave it at that. But
yes, please. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be
giving away. He
gonna be giving away the whole game.
Hey man, we don't know when we're gonna get it. You might not get it till next season. Why you talking?
Oh boy. But
they can do that.
This episode of My Hero was straight flavor. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just leave it at that because I know we trying to wrap up, but this episode was fire. Thank you, whoever, all those people. I don't be looking at the credits, but all y'all credit people, I'm gonna just go to the credits real quick.
I'll say this.
Gratan or Grayton, that's the only thing I can read out of that. But look, you and all the rest of y'all's, all right, all y'all.
I'm gonna say this real quick.
Thank you.
As much as I hate Endeavor, if he doesn't die and this is where it ends, I'm fine with it because they have suffered. They have suffered greatly, and it finally took him to say I'm sorry, and to really break down. And he was willing to kill. He was willing to sacrifice himself as a true hero. He finally got it. Endeavor, yes, he's been a hero, but he ain't never got it quite like
he was
what
really
All
just
Might.
doing it for the fame.
Yeah, he never got what the pain, and he would finally say it, but he never understood the pain that All Might went through, always going through. and without a quirk, and to be able to be that good of a hero, he finally realized how inadequate he was, and he finally had to be broken down to his last molecule of pride. Unfortunately, he's gonna lose a son because I doubt Dabi lives. But if he do live, he ain't gonna be. I mean, he's gonna be in jail.
Yeah, he's probably going to be much different. He'll probably be in a wheelchair or something after this.
He's in jail in a wheelchair, and he is whatever. But I don't think they should. If I'm the writer, I hope that.
Yeah,
Dabi
I don't think
is
he makes
cast.
it.
I don't think he makes it because he's a skeleton. I mean, he burnt out completely, and I mean his body just ain't holding up.
So yeah, man. But that was hotness. So I'll go in and wrap up a taste with Elusive Samurai. Elusive Samurai, man. They now hold up. They opened up this episode talking about, final episode. I was like, hold up, you mean finale of the season, right? Don't be look.
Come
no,
on,
man.
now, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Now.
Don't you do this?
I know how they be doing it over there in Japan, man. They be like, this the final episode,
Even
and
though
you don't never see them no more.
it's possible, but I don't think so.
It's possible
It's possible
because the way they ended it is kind of like,
again,
I'll be
translation.
good.
Translation though. Maybe they just meant finale and they just said final episode. Maybe they know final episode of the season.
Right,
it's like a placeholder. Because in a way, if you think about it, it's like maybe and they do that framing. They kind of frame it like this is like the end of the first act of the play. And
Okay.
so I'm looking at it like that. It's historic. It's different things. And the fact that Tokiyuki wasn't even the star of the final episode
Nah.
is beautiful. How they able to it's kind of like, you know what I'm gonna say? The only other show that can do something that I've seen in any format do something like this, where they can move the main character around, is Atlanta. This was kind of the Atlanta of it all, where they like, hey, Tokiyuki,
okay.
you're gonna be in the back. Everybody who needs to be up front for this important battle up front, and we're going to work on you all because we pretty much have established with Tokiyuki, but Tokiyuki's ideals are powering through more so into affecting and inspiring everybody else.
Because this one, we're kind of following up from the Hojira men or whatever, the kind of the troops that was like, we ain't leaving, we gonna die, in battle. And so we finally got them to be like, nah, we need to fall back because we gonna fight another day. We gotta protect the people, the women and children and stuff. So we kind of following up, we finishing that up. But what is it? Kojiro, it's his party. This is his thing. We finally see like, he's basically like a general out in these streets. And Fubuki even says it. So it's like, and
it's honestly,
let the young man run.
It lets him know that he needs to be the general. Like Fubuki, general, he's a good strategist.
Yeah.
But maybe he doesn't want to be a general figurehead because he has his quirks. If he don't eat enough, he passes out. So he had to
sure did, because he was like, "You did?"
He could have been. I don't know. I know that was played for humor. He could have. I'm not gonna take that serious. But he's quirky. But as far as the other guy, the young dude, he doesn't have a quirk. He's really thinking about, I gotta keep everybody involved. I gotta do this, such and such. And then he's like
bald-headed guy. I'm not bald. It's like, bruh.
He was like, guy with stress marks on his face. I don't have stress marks. I love that. Like,
I said, bro, yes, you do.
And he just like his face moved up. He was like, you rectangular guy. Don't be adding rounded features to your face all of a sudden. Like,
man,
what do you mean? Funny. And then me, what am I? Do me? He's like, you look like a monster. Like, what are you talking about? But the fact that those gentlemen, like, we just met those gentlemen.
Yep.
And we love them. I love these. Like, I need these characters to live. And they did. And they were key. And they were lifting, like, y'all, to see.
They saw him as a leader and they accepted him as a leader.
And lifting him up.
Yep. Man.
And like, you may not can get the head. Like, you may not be strong enough to get the head, or you got to keep it moving. But this is your kill, young man. Because they do kill people, y'all. So I just like to stress that again. And he was like, I got you. But even the enemies, like, look, man, I'm gonna give you some lessons before I send you to the other side. You know, he's like, I respect you. Good job, young man, but I gotta kill you. But he's like, because I love how he said, like, how somebody that big can dodge like that? It was like, God, oh boy was on them horses, like,
Yo,
look, y'all.
Kojiro be killing it. Like, homie is getting mad assists out there on the board. Like, everybody that was struggling on the ground, he was like, swap, swap, got you, no problem. Swap, swap. He was slicing and dicing. Once again, you got these kids.
Yeah, these 9-10-year-olds.
Like, yo, this kid is a child prodigy.
He has to seriously think, like, okay, I cannot get off this horse, or he's going to kill me, or I won't be a help because I'm running out of stamina. And I love that they show that the kids have their, I mean, considering that all this superhuman stuff kind of going on, they run out of energy like kids would compared to adults. It's like, all right, you ain't strong enough yet. Like, I might be chubby here, but man, I'm battle experienced. I do this all the time. Like, don't get it twisted out here. You know, I'm a general, and he's like, dang, a general is on a whole nother level. You know, much respect. I gotta get this guy. And he left his head on attack with his smile, with his face. Probably not the most honorable way for a samurai to go, but still kind of cool in a way. He's like, all right, I ain't need no trophy. He's like, you can't really pay me for it anyway. So, like, you lost your territory, so we gotta go, man.
Yeah, it's like, don't even worry about that. But the taunting, you know, the battle, the back and forth, him as in Kojiro, like looking at the battlefield as a whole, and then his own personal battle with the other guy, you know, one-on-one. It was just awesome, man. It showed, like, okay, yeah, Fubuki's right. Like, you are the general. You are the guy that needs to be out there,
like,
you know, rallying the troops, make sure everybody's okay. Whoever needs more arrows or whatever, that's you.
And let's say this, to look at last episode and this as true, you know, a 2-part finale where you have him just with Tokiyuki and they're discussing their ideas. So as a general to his feudal lord, he has to be that right hand man. He has to be lockstep with Fubuki's side, you know, because it's not gonna be Gemba. Gemba is whatever, and he's not an honorable samurai in his few ages of samurai and all this, you know, and he doesn't like to be on the front line. Whereas him and Fubuki, if Fubuki is on the front line, but Fubuki is more of in the back, moving pieces around. But for as a symbol, it has to be this young man on the side as they go into battle, or however they go into battle. And if anybody who ever watched Shogun, it gives, like, if you think, I guess, further, it's just like with Shogun, where the feudal lord had to show he was smarter, an inspiration to men, and such, and his right hand man was there pushing the values for the whole army and for different things. So you need that, and that was great for them to see the focus in on that, because, and I love what they do, you know, when something key happened, they save this great warrior as hard as he can be, but he jokes, he's like, look, I know y'all think I'm weird out here, but we can fight, y'all need us. And it was like, oh, by the way, they survived and they helped strengthen this army greatly, you know, minus their quirks. That's why Sua, like, why the Lord, you know, sent them to go save them. He's like, we need them to follow your ideology. This will spread it to force people to, like, you'll be a better samurai by living instead of just dying for no reason. Yes. And in fact and another lesson I take from this, yes, they lost the territory, they lost that battle, but that's for the bigger picture for the war. And what he said, like, okay, I get it. I get to see the children, the women are basically our home. Yes, we lost our land. We have other land to go to, but we still have our family. We still have our bloodline. We still have our heritage alive to greet us with smiles. I get it now.
Yep.
And that was just it just it touches. There's only one other anime that touches those type of vibes. Has been Spy Family, and that is high
Oh yeah,
praise.
definitely.
This
Yeah,
is
Spy Family
this
is
is
dope.
this is touching Spy Family levels. If it has not touched it, it might be have touched the Spy Family. Just does a little bit extra for me. Just when it's cooking at a high level, it touches all parts of my brain. Elusive is touching that.
Yeah,
It's like
especially at the end of the episode when everybody's come together and there's like genuine joy between all of them
yes,
when they're like riding off together and they're
it's
like
like
they're when they riding off together and the lady runs by and all of them
even
have their crazy reaction.
well, they didn't even see her. Just for some reason, Gimba kind of only saw her, and they're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, I'm happy now. It's like I got my reward. Haha. I can bleed over here. I can nosebleed over here in peace, and don't worry about me. I'm good. So I don't know why that's a running gag, but sure. but but all in all, just the fact that they know how to call up gags, time it in right with the
Yeah.
humor, with the seriousness, and that your main character, all he had to do was say a few words, and he didn't have to do the thing, but it shows the power of his inspiration. And I just think that they cooking. They didn't have to like pull a Naruto. You know what I'm saying? They
Nope.
literally are doing it, showing you that the crew matters. They're not doing, shout out to Dragon Ball, but half of the Z fighters are garbage or don't matter. So
Nah, all of
every
these kids got skills.
yeah, everybody plays a part and they mean something. And just to have the kind of the epilogue where, the ladies like, oh, they're coming back, rejoice, our Lord is coming back. Then you see, the priest is happy, and it's just, for me, I know you don't necessarily rock with the opening and closing, but this is one episode where I had to let it all rock at one time, and it just gave me that joy to
I
like
let I
now
let the
I get
ending
it.
rock. I skipped the beginning, but I
Letting the
did let the
ending
ending rock.
because now you get to see everybody, some of the deceased characters and the parts they play, and it feels like I watched a play somewhat. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like I get
And the
these
way they
things.
ended it with like the live action stuff in this episode, that's what makes me think like it might be over. Like I don't know. We'll see. If they announce a season 2, I'm down. But it had like a certain sense of finality to it, or unless they did it this way just in case they don't get a second season.
I think they did it this way just in case because this is what I think they call it. I think it might fall in light novel category. Sometimes with light novels, they don't get multiple seasons of their adaptations, and they just be like, go read it. So I hope that they do animate it all, adapt it all. But sometimes they do have to do it like that. Be like, all right, we want to keep y'all on a high note. You know what it is in Japan. They got the manga. They actually care about their books. Not saying America don't, but you know how they just tossing our stuff around.
Yeah.
It's just be like, they be like, look, you go get this story. The story exists. Go get it. Like, keep our industry rolling. We have the whole damn story. Read, and we might adapt some more because they want their stuff evergreen, which I can't knock them for it. So, I was thoroughly pleased with
Definitely, man.
this. This gets a standing O for me, and I can't say
I
it
was
no
just
stronger.
so proud to see them ride off together. And if this is it, I'm cool with that. But if we get some more, I will be extremely happy. I'll be ready and waiting because Lord Tokiyuki, man, I got his back. You know what
I
I'm saying?
admit, this is one time I both sound like Mike, y'all. I want this next year, right away.
Yeah, don't be
But-
like if y'all are actually gonna make a season 2, don't have that joint being like 2035 or something.
If I gotta wait, I am gonna come right back whenever y'all come back. So just come back.
You know what? That's a good place to leave it. You know what I'm saying? Look, just come back. So
That's-
I'm gonna throw it over to you for final thoughts and where can they find you?
Man, final thoughts, y'all. Just because you get a little bit less, don't mean you don't get quality. Kudos to
Mhm.
summer 2024. I'm thoroughly pleased because I was all in on Elusive. My hero, my hero is still ongoing. My hero is an institution, y'all. Like, if you like superheroes, you like anime, you like intense story writing that can pick up, and the roller coaster ride of ascent to before the descent until the hero moment. My hero is like, y'all gonna miss it when it's gone. If y'all can't appreciate my hero, I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah.
know what type of shonen you want, but I don't know. But this is an institution, and shout out to the voice actors. They've been killing it. Oshinoko, shout out to you for being the best CW show that CW wish it could produce. Or like the best thing they could ever produce, y'all topping it. That's probably Riverdale by leaps and bounds. I know it's animation, so they get to have a little bit of a reality warp cheat, but ain't no American show that might have teens and young adults that I know of that's better, unless it's probably in written novel form, which I'm pretty sure this is the manga that goes with this is pretty intense and probably pretty good. So please come back too. Y'all did. Keep coming back. Wrap this story up. I need to see I got to see what happened. And man, look, I'm just ready for the new season. The things, check out our preview. But I have been pleased this summer season. It was like a good palate cleanser and just enough. Like, it's spring was like, I don't know. It's like we ate Popeyes, Bojangles, if you on for people on the East Coast, Piccadilly, all was said to something, and we stuffed ourselves, and we had a crawfish boil.
Oh, okay.
And, like that's what spring was. Summer was like if you had a good, I don't know, you went to, I got a good steak dinner, but you didn't get too much. You ate a little bit less, but you had quality cuts. You had quality meat, and you just had a good, nice ambiance.
Not the ambiance though.
You had a good ambiance, and you went dancing. You took your lady for a nice dance, and then you had like a nice ocean drive, sunny and nighttime. Two different two different vibes when you go during the sun. If you're along the beach drive, and then you go during the nighttime. So I felt like I got both of that from Oshinoko and from Elusive. So less, but it was a good chill, but fun, super fun time. With a little bit of dark, with a little bit of darkness and intrigue thrown in there.
Oh boy, a little darkness in the tree. So yeah, y'all, look. Just look, go find Coop, buy a whole bunch of books, and do all that. You know what I'm saying? Just do all that, buy some books, because y'all know y'all need to read anyway.
Read, like, look,
it's fundamental.
All these animations, y'all better be happy when you get them. Like I said, Bleach took 15 years to come back. So if you're young and you ain't got a lot to do, you might as well read.
Yeah,
you might as well read.
You ain't doing nothing, sitting on the couch, chilling out. Might as well read.
I am going to start having a catalog. I am serious. Anybody who listens to this, if you met me, whatever, feel free to make suggestions for manga, especially manga or graphic novels. Floppies, not so much. Can't do it. Might be coming. I might have a little bit of a hookup with Diamond via some of my distribution. That is not going to be for certain, so I wouldn't even ask about that. If you got some suggestions, you can. But graphic novels, completed things, volumes, manga, please make anytime you want to make a suggestion. In fact, if you know or you follow me and you want something, I can order it, get it, have it ready for you, and wait. A lot of people ain't gonna follow up on that, but I'll be willing to do that. If some of my people have done that before over time, but I can go to that length for you to be like a concierge to you. You're not gonna get that at say Barnes and Noble. You ain't gonna get that through via Amazon. You know, you ain't gonna get that through whatever. I can have your book ready. A lot of people maybe don't want to necessarily buy from Amazon sometimes because you see it and you don't feel like it exists. I know it's weird psychology with sales, but hey, I can make it a reality if it is a book that is gettable. I will hold it for you, especially if you're in town. Now you will have to prepay for it. So I'm not just gonna be ordering books and you don't pick it up. Think of it that way. But I might deliver it to you in town. You holler at me, let me know.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. See, on my end, thank you to Cloverworks because Elusive Samurai was fire. Like all the way through, fire. Also, shouts out to my hero, man. Y'all just keep doing what y'all doing. Like I ain't know how y'all was gonna pull this season out, but man, y'all have kept y'all foot on the gas. And of course, Oshinoko, man, look, y'all just stay weird, all right? Y'all just stay weird. Just stay weird. So, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Until the next time that you have to go into battle and make sure that you keep your strategy and your eyes on the swivel. We're just saying, peace.